in addition to education, I think the agency reforms that were accomplished early on in the session, that was part of the governor's agenda, is very transformational for the state of Oklahoma, and that the governor, the chief executive of the state, truly can create accountability in the executive branch of government. And I think it was a balanced approach. It's fair for the legislature as well as the executive. We certainly had, I think we will be moving forward. We anticipate the governor to sign the Legislative Office of Financial Transparency, where this summer we will put together that oversight board of a bipartisan approach of both the House and the Senate to follow these dollars that have just been appropriated to various agencies across the state, who will report back to the legislature prior to pre-session hearings in January. I think that's very exciting. And that group, although the APAC Commission itself is repealed through that piece of legislation, that legislation authorizes Loft to utilize independent audit functions as it deems necessary. I think when the legislature makes a statement that they are going to return to it, I think the public is definitely watching to see if they adhere to those statements and that word, that commitment. Very proud in the House of Representatives. We moved multiple pieces of legislation out of the House this year to the Senate. And we knew that all of those perhaps could be accomplished in the first half of the 57th. But that, once again, will be a priority for the House when we come back again. And so we know we're not there where we need to be, but we're making big strides, I believe. And I think we're doing it in a way where we don't set ourselves up for a failure from a revenue standpoint by getting out and extending ourselves just a little too far. We want to continue this momentum. We think the economy is continuing to improve. We think we're going to have additional opportunities next year, and the House of Representatives will be focused again on education.
What are some of the things you want to get done during the interim that are priorities for you?
All the members will be eligible to file for interim studies on topics that they deem necessary to study, either out of a district concern or a statewide concern. I will be forming a work group to look at healthcare in the state of Oklahoma. It will be a bipartisan work group. It'll be similar to the 788 work group. I've asked the Senate to join the House. The governor has personally indicated he has an interest in being part of that. So I think you'll see work this summer in the interim is finding a solution for Oklahoma in terms of health care going forward for the state.